welcome back again. We found ourselves down in
Dole,
a town called Dole, which is in the Jura department of Bourgogne-Franche-Comté region. It's a city that's divided into, it's got a modern area down to our left, and we're heading up to the old part. It's like a huge imposing church or cathedral up there, isn't it, Tracy?
yeah, you have to cross the river. We're on the other side of the river.
We're just on this nice little air we found.
Yeah, a free park up, free air.
Totally free.
We parked at the far end because it tends to be flat there. So a lot of the ones that are parked on the bit we're just standing on now are on a definite slope.
Slope downwards.
So we found a nice little spot. It's shaded under the trees.
Yeah, we've got some nice dappled shade, but it's still extremely hot, isn't it?
It's extremely hot here. Not as hot as yesterday, or it doesn't feel to be. Do you think it is?
It's
No.
well into the mid-30s now.
Yeah. But we're just we're keeping to the shade as much as possible. We've left Melly in the van because actually it's cooler in there. We've got the little we've got a little portable aircon unit that's going in there.
That's right on her, keeping her cool.
That's blowing where she is. All the blinds are closed, so it is actually cooler for her. We could have brought her out in a little push chair like we did last night, but she was. I think it would be too warm for her, even in that.
Certainly.
So we're only going to go for an hour and just have a quick squizzy and see what it's all about, and see we may stay another night if we think it's worth it, or we may move on tomorrow. Wait and see.
We'll see you up in the old part of Dole very shortly. Yeah, Trace.
It just says that there are two Dear Camp Van Travel, 2 service areas for camp vans are available for you in Dole. We are here.
Yeah, just on the River Doub. So I guess that's the other one. There's a campsite there.
And that one there.
Yeah. So we're actually down by the stadium, aren't we? So I think we're down here somewhere.
Yeah. We're actually standing here at the minute, but when you look, we're right down here.
Yeah.
You walked just along here, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I took Melly earlier on.
In the shade with Melly.
So let's head on up to the historic centre and see what it's like up there. Right, we read somewhere on a review about the cat trail, and we found one of these brass plates in the tarmac here. So we're going to head down that way.
Yeah, the review said that if you follow the cat trail, that you'll see the best buildings in Dole. So we're going to follow it and see.
Right, let's head on down this way. Might just be able to pick them up down on the path, so we'll see what happens. We're still following the cat trail, and we'll come across the old tannery here, which is actually called the Jean-Joseph Tannery. So don't know whether they're related to the scientist Louis Pasteur. There we are.
This is part of a museum, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's also restaurants on here.
It'd have been nice and cool working in here.
It would, yeah.
A bit smelly.
No, it is a bit smelly still.
There we are. Tannery Jean-Joseph Pasteur. And Doesn't say in English what it is, but I think they are related, aren't they? And that's what it used to look like. In fact, where we're stood is here.
Yeah.
We're stood there. That's that rounded wall
But
there.
water
Comes
built
right up
this
here.
pavement
Yeah.
since that picture was taken, because this
is where the
there
boats
was
had
still
come.
more canal here, wasn't there?
Yeah. This is where the boats would have come up, take the hides. And now it's
And Kevin,
a terrace for restaurants.
and here's where these ladies are standing. We're just standing below it.
That's there. And I go up there. And that's where that lady was stood up there on that balcony. Right, what you found, Trace?
So this was the home of Louis Pasteur, who discovered the rabies vaccine. He spent the first 3 years of his life
Ah, so
here.
it's...
It was his father that was the tanner, and it was a very unhealthy neighbourhood, the centre of the leather industry. Louis Pasteur put the sign on the front of the building to show where he lived so modestly as he was young, when he was very young.
Right.
And it's now a museum showing the work of Louis Pasteur.
Right. So we've got Louis Pasteur to thank
For the rabies vaccine.
the rabies vaccine, so we can come into France. There we are.
And that's why, yeah. And there's another one there.
Whoa, well, we're still following the brass, on the trail of the brass pussy cat. Are you looking at me like that for? We just come in. We just climbed up the hill. We're just coming to this park for a bit of shade. It's absolutely sweltering. Yep, still following the brass cat. Oh, look what it's led us to. 2nd Northwich Avenue. Looks a very welcoming sight, that, Trace, doesn't it?
Those beers on the table look very well.
Yeah, are you sweating a bit?
I am, just a little bit.
Let's go and cool down. This is going to be very refreshing.
I've drunk half of mine already.
Better get the waiter back.
No, once enough.
Right, cheers everybody.
Cheers.
So far the the brass cat trail has brought us up that hill there, down from the river, all across here, around this water fountain here, to the pub. That's our choice, and now we're heading down in this direction, hopefully to the Centreville. Look at the horse on the top wind. How do they get the horse up there?
Well, oh yeah.
Yeah, see it.
Yeah.
So the guy in that winger up there
Is Louis.
is Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur.
Yeah.
And
That tells you these are the men and women who are part of the history of Dole.
our Dole's, yeah, right.
Yeah, Louis Pasteur. And 2 is Jean Boivin. President of the Parliament of the County of Burgundy.
Mm-hmm.
3.
The Green Mare
It was written in literature.
in 1933.
Yeah. Countess of Burgundy is number 4.
Oh wow, look at that.
The little ones going in the water.
Yeah.
You've got the right idea.
Yeah, so you dragged me into another bar.
I think that's a fib.
Is it a fib? Yeah. On whose part?
Your part.
Right.
I think you were the one that
Yes.
wanted to
But
come
it's
in.
thirsty work, this walking around and filming.
It is. It is. And with a church to tackle yet,
It might be cool in there actually.
it will be cool in there.
But we'll have a beer first. Hello, perched on my shoulder. That was a really impressive church.
It was.
Notre Dame. What was it called? It was Notre
Dame
Dame de Dole. Simple as that. Really impressive. One of the best we've been in.
It was, they started building it in 1509,
Yeah.
something like that. I just read it on a board, but I've already forgotten.
Yeah.
But something like 1509. And
Yeah.
another thing I've discovered is that, you know, we've been following the cat trail.
Yes.
Well, on this building, there is just down at the front of the building, there's a plaque with the same cat figure on, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
also got a QR code that you can scan, so that probably gives you the information
All the
about
information,
the building.
yeah.
So I assume that as you're following the cat trail, and it said it's number 32, so I would guess, and I will go tomorrow to the tourist information and see, I would guess you can get a map. We're just going on a wing,
Yeah,
aren't we?
as usual.
As usual, we're winging it.
Yeah. But really impressive, a beautiful Notre Dame.
It still
The
fascinates me
architecture.
when you look at all the gargoyles and all
Yeah.
the things.
All the carvings.
They had
and,
no machines, and they did all these by hand and
yeah,
put it together by hand.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
it blows your mind a bit, doesn't
it
it?
does. Yeah. Right, well, we're going to get back.
Yeah. Rescue the dog.
Go see the fairy one, and we'll catch up with you a little later on. Morning everybody, and welcome back. We're at our next stopover, which is Air Passions Nautique, which is by a lake. It's the Lake Vouglans. I'll put the details in the description below or on the screen below. It's still in the Bourgogne-Franche-Comté region, but really down in the south. This morning it's a lot cooler, a lot cloud cover today, and it's more pleasant. We've had about 3 days of intense heat, which is quite tiring, but pleasant, nice, keeping the shade. So yeah, this is a nice park up, nice area. Is this? Like I say, it's on the side of the lake. I'll show you that later on. But I'm just taking Melly for a walk now, and I'll let you know a little bit about it as we walk around. Yeah, the area's next to a campsite just on my left here, which has a bar which we can use. It has a shop as well where we can get us croissants and bread from. The air is fully serviced. Fresh water, which you have to pay €2, and you've got to be quick. It's on a timer. It's about 2 minutes, so you've got to be fairly quick. I ended up putting €4 in to get my tank 3/4 full. You've got black waste disposal, which is free of charge, and also you've got your grey waste to drive over, which again is free of charge. The cost for the overnight is €11.60, and it's quite peaceful. It's set amongst trees, a big huge bank of trees around us, which is around the lake. Yeah, a lovely picnic area. Our van is just up there, so it's in a nice peaceful setting. Just looking over towards the campsite there, you can just see some of the chalets at the campsite. Yeah, you can see it's quite overcast. There was quite a storm last night, so hence it being fresher. We're going to go down to the lake later on. You can maybe just see it through the gaps of those trees there, but there's plenty of space here and it's quite nice. Well, as you can see, the weather's changed a little bit. We're now having quite heavy rain. It has cooled down. It's probably around about 20, 22 degrees. Nice and, like I said earlier on, nice and pleasant. Hopefully the sun won't be away for too long. But while the weather's like this, it gives me a chance to stay inside and get on with some editing so I can get a video out for you. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, or this morning at least. Well, we managed to get out. It's thunderstorms all night and all morning.
Yeah.
And as you can see now, the weather has changed completely. It's quite warm again, isn't it, Trace?
It is. Yeah.
It's we'd come down by the lake. Managed to get Miss Melly down. She's down there, look.
Looking at the water long.
Yeah, she's looking to get into the water. So we're going to walk around to the beach just behind us there.
Yeah.
And then back up through the campsite. But it's such a lovely spot, is this?
Absolutely gorgeous. And there is no, it doesn't seem like there's any time limit on how long you can park here. You just renew it every 24 hours, don't you? We couldn't see any point in moving on. We hadn't been down to the lake yesterday because it was latish on when we got here.
And Melly wasn't up for it.
And Melly wasn't up for it yesterday, was she? So we didn't get to see the lake yesterday, and then this morning it's been just so wet and thundering and lightning that we just haven't ventured other than to take Melly for a walk, have we? But we've come down to the lake now, and a lovely place to stay. We've decided we're going to stay a second night because there was no point in driving to somewhere else. It'd still be raining there. So we've got a good park up spot where we are.
Reasonably level. Nice and quiet. Big open field in front of us. A picnic area rather, aren't there?
Well, yesterday lots of people were having picnics there, and there are quite a few picnic tables on there as well, aren't there?
Yes. So tomorrow we start our journey south to Annecy, and
that's pretty much our only
campsite
that we've booked until well into October when we meet Trev and Sue and Bob and Jenny, isn't it?
So we're going to recharge the batteries. Tracy's going to get some laundry done, and we're just going to hopefully get the bikes
that's
out.
not really recharging your batteries, is it, getting the laundry done?
No, it's a washing machine that does it.
True.
Right, so we're going to go and enjoy the lake and see what we can find.